Warning, this video contains strong language and profanity. May not be suitable for children and sensitive adults. Wah. What is up, my fellow vape heads? B-Man Vapor back again with another review. Hope everyone is having a kick-ass fucking day. We're going to be checking out another RTA in this review. The RTA we're going to check out is a little RTA from Vandy Vape. It is the Kylin RTA. Got it sitting on top of my wife's beautiful rainbow ages mod. This is her mod. You know, we had to get one, you know, like each other. We both have an aegis, you know. Wife and husband's mods, you know what I mean? I got the black one, she's got the rainbow, and the RTA she's got on here is the Rainbow Kylin 2, and it is fucking beautiful. Got that nice blue resin drip tip on the top there, hitting like a fucking champ. This is a nice RTA. It's a great fucking vape. You know, I kind of wish that, you know, it was mine, no, but it's hers. But yeah, it hits fucking great. You know what I mean? It's an awesome RTA to have in the collection. I love the aesthetics of it, the way it looks. It just fucking performs awesome. It's got an interesting kind of build deck. It's got this kind of half pipe kind of design where the airflow kind of encases your coils. It's got honeycomb mixed with, you know, kind of that slot airflow kind of situation going. But it is fucking, it's a great vape. Great vape. So enough fucking rattling on about it. Let's fucking take her for a toot real quick and show you the vapor production off this. Got the norm in here. A couple 5-wrap aliens open out to a 0.14. And the juice I'm rocking in here is a little juice called Tailored House. It's Snickerdoodle from Tailored House. I guarantee nobody has probably heard of this, but this juice is delicious. There goes your warning right there for you folks that need to see that shit. But Snickerdoodle from Tailored House is a great fucking vape juice. You need to definitely check that one out. You know, I'm not a big fan of the cinnamon kind of juices, but that one right there tastes just like a Snickerdoodle cookie. Good shit. So let's take her for a rip. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now as you can see, she is definitely putting out like proper. This motherfucker here is hitting nicely. It is a great fucking vape. It's real smooth, kind of a hit, so you can take long draws off of it. It doesn't heat up so quickly, you know, that you know you gotta take short hits and blow them out. You know, you can take a fucking extensively long hit off of this, and it fucking stays wicking every time, as long as you wick it properly. I gotta say that every time when it comes to an RTA, you've got to find that perfect medium. Some people just can't get it. I've talked to many people that just cannot wick an RTA to save their life. But you know, if you get one wicked properly, you know, once, just, you know, wick it that way every time. Fucking beautiful, man. And that's at 75 watts. You don't really need no more wattage than that with this. It just fucking, oh man. And the flavor off this RTA, I'm telling you, the flavor off of the Kylin 2 is right up there with, you know, a lot of the top-of-the-line RTAs on the market right now. She just fucking performs well. Fucking putting out beautifully. Anyway, why don't we jump into the up and close like the norm and fucking take a look at this bad boy. I'll show you the ins and outs of it, and then I'll show you the packaging, all that good shit, and we'll come back, talk pros, cons, price, all the other shit you need to hear. Let's jump down there. All fucking Rizite. So here it is. Here is the Kylin RTA package. Same fucking packaging that most companies do nowadays. This sleeve type shit that everything I have seemed to have reviewed lately has had the same exact kind of packaging. But anyway, as you can see on the front, it does have a viewing window. You can see your beautiful RTA through the window there. We'll check her out a little better here in just a minute. On the top it says Vandy Vape, full steams ahead. It says Kylin RTA right here. And then down here is Vandy Vape's website. On this side it says to learn more about our products, you can visit the website and all that good shit and learn more about Vandy Vape if you want to. On there's the top, says Vandy Vape again. On this side, Vandy Vape, and it will have a sticker right here that I believe is the color code of the RTA that you get. On this side is your quality control shit, and here's a little scan code for their social media and whatnot. And right here's your scratch and sniff, so you can go online and make sure you didn't get fucked when you bought this. Make sure it is the authentic product. So let's pop this bitch open and see what we got. So you pull the fucking sleeve off, and you are greeted with your beautiful Kylin RTA. There she is in all of her fucking glory. It will come pre-installed with the bubble window. I believe it's 5 mils, and it will have an extra straight glass. I believe this is a 3 mil. And it will come with an extra drip tip. This is, we'll talk about this a little bit more, but this is one of those kind of sleeve type drip tips. I'll show you what I mean by that here in just a minute. So let's pop this bad boy out. It is pretty solid foam here. She sits in there real snug. Set her aside for just a quick minute. And everybody knows about a straight glass, so I'm not going to pull that out. But we will talk about this sleeve here in just a second. As you can see, it is one of those indented kind of drip tips that goes over the top of the RTA. I'll show you that in just a moment. What spares you get with this, you do get an accessory box. We'll talk about what comes with that in just a minute. You do get one of these rip-off coily tools where you can, measure your leads on your coils, and you can clip them to the proper length. It says on here it is recommended 5 millimeters, I believe, is the recommended length for the coils that you will install in this. So yeah, pretty cool that they include that. Underneath the foam, no cards or nothing like that, but you do get a pretty extensive little manual with this. It is not in color, it's in black and white, and it's in every fucking language known to man. So yeah. That is what we get here. So let's see if there's a couple key specs here real quick. Yeah. Too much fucking bullshit for my mind to process at the moment. But yeah, anyway, that says some specs right there. Let's get this shit out the way. Anyway, the accessory box. What you get in the package, you will get, of course, you'll get a little accessory bag. You get a couple fused Claptons in this, triple fused Claptons, a couple China-made coils right there if you want to use these, if you do not have any. And I'm not sure if I remember if this RTA came with a little bit of cotton or not. I think it might have came with a piece of cotton, but it got used at some point. In the bag of spares, you will get a few O-rings in here. Kind of shy on the O-rings. A lot of things I've reviewed lately has had a shit ton of O-rings in it. This one's kind of shy on the O-rings. You get 3 O-rings in there. I believe this is the seal for the glass, and then you get another seal for the top of the glass, and then another ring for your drip tip. You will get a 510 adapter for a 510 drip tip. You get the old trusty Allen key and some extra grub nuts in there. Pretty basic and to the fucking point. So let's stuff this shit back in here and get this out of the fucking way. So here is the star of the show. Here is the Kylin RTA, the Kylin RTA. I never had the Kylin 1, so I cannot tell you how much better this one is than it. But I have vaped on one once, I believe, quite a while back. The Kylin 1 came out, I believe, a couple years ago, and this one came out recently, I believe, quite a few months ago this came out. But anyway, start away from the top. You get an 810 drip tip on the top. Pretty nice, nice resin drip tip. They all come with different ones. The Rainbow RTA will come with this nice blue drip tip. I think it's pretty spiffy, if you ask me. On the inside where the drip tip goes in, you can see there's an O-ring on the inside in there. I'd love to see that. So you can put pretty much any 810 drip tip that you prefer, you could put on here. And the extra drip tip that they give you is this kind of sleeve thing. Oops, drop it, fucking lose the damn thing. As you can see on the top of the RTA, it does have this kind of notch, kind of sticks up. I do wish this was kind of flush. So you know, a lot of other drip tips are kind of wider. They're kind of, you know, kind of beefier than this drip tip that's with it. But you know, if they would have made that flush, you would have been able to put any drip tip on there. But that kind of limits you to the drip tips you can put on here. But most 810s will fit on there. Just you know, depends on what size and the width that the drip tip is. But anyway, as this sticks up on here, this drip tip right here will slot over the top of that, as you can see, just like that. See, I do kind of like the way that looks a little bit better, kind of stubbed down. You know, I wish the blue one kind of did that, but that's how they did it. But anyway, pop this back on here. The fill method on this is one of these kind of push top opens. You push from the side. Pretty fucking stiff, this one here. Now, I do remember watching a few reviews back in the day. Well, a while back when this came out. And a lot of reviewers were talking about how loose that this was. I really do not prefer a slide top fill method because it always tends to open in your pocket and all that shit. But this one right here seems to be stiff as a motherfucker. There's no way you're going to open this in your pocket. Now, I think, you know, this is a later productions of this, so I think Vandy Vape has listened to reviewers, you know, and different comments about it, and they have stiffened this up. And this, I must say, this son of a bitch is tight to push open. Almost hurts your finger to shove it open. It's so damn tight. As you can see, you get one kidney hole to fill it there. There is no catch cup up here. It's just straight one kidney hole. If you look down in there, there is no other hole. I wish they would have put an extra little hole in there so it could release the air when you fill it up. But as long as you know, hold the nozzle of your juice bottle to the, you know, to the edge, you should be able to release the air pretty good. But I hate it when RTAs do not put a air escape hole on the other side. But it is what it is. Close that up. Moving our way down. As you can see on the inside, it does say Kylin 2 in there. And then on this side, you've got Vandy Vape's little symbol there. Down here, it does have this kind of knurling kind of grip as it does on the top. That way you can grab it, you know, with both fingers and spin it apart pretty easily. Down at the bottom, it does have two airflow adjusting holes. Whatever you adjust on one side will be on the other. Pretty fucking wide. This is a pretty airy, but smooth. Airy but smooth RTA right here. It does have a great draw, and the flavor off this is probably one of the top RTAs on the market right now, I would say. Down at the bottom, it does have a protruding 510 pin, a little bit of a peak insulator sticking out, so this is definitely hybrid safe. You can run this on any hybrid mech mod that you choose. On the bottom, it says Kylin 2. I don't know Can't really read the signature on the bottom. I'm assuming a reviewer or somebody helped Vandy Vape design this. It has a little signature on the bottom here, but I can't make out what it says. But anyway, it says Kylin 2 right there, manufactured by Vandy Vape, and it has all the quality control numbers and all that shit. So anyway, let's screw this bad boy open. Let's check out this deck. Real quick, we'll take a look at the inside of the chamber. It's got that nice conical design in here to give you, excellent flavor. And this RTA, I will say, like I said before, is up there with some of the top RTAs on the market. This son of a bitch gives amazing flavor. So let's take a look at this deck. This deck is, from what I remember seeing of the Kylin 1, this is kind of the same kind of philosophy, only a little bit more added to it. It's got this kind of half-pipe kind of shape to it, where the air kind of encases, the airflow kind of encases your coils in there. As you can see, it's kind of rounded. Air comes in all through this half pipe kind of thing here. You've got honeycomb. I don't know if you can see down there. You've got honeycomb kind of airflow underneath the coils, and then on the sides, these kind of brackets that stick up here have kind of slits. So it does give off plenty of air, and it is it is nice and restricted enough that it smooths it out. Great flavor. As you can see right here is your wicking channels. This is where you will wick your coils, and you'll stuff your wicks down in here. You do want to comb out your wicks when you put it in here, because too much wick, you can possibly get dry hits, and not enough wick, it will leak. So make sure, you got to find that perfect medium with this. Pretty much the same as any RTA. You've got to find that perfect medium with your wicking. But yeah, that is the deck right there. I've got a couple 5-wrap aliens in here on a 3mm rod. These are 3mm coils, and as you can see, they fit beautifully in there. I wouldn't suggest going much bigger than a 3mm, because as you can see, it fills that deck up pretty good, and these work beautifully. I wouldn't go any bigger than that. 3mm is perfect. Now you could go smaller if you choose, but I believe 3mm is perfect for this. But yeah, that is the Kylin 2 RTA. She is a bad son of a bitch, hits like a motherfucker, and yeah, I definitely would suggest this one if you have not tried it. I definitely suggest going and getting you one. So yeah, I'm going to throw a couple wicks back in this SOB, and I'll meet you back up top. Let's check her out. So there you have it. There is the Kylin 2 RTA. And as you can see from the up and close, she is a bad motherfucker, man. From the build deck to the way it hits, the way it looks. It is just a fucking fabulous fucking RTA, man. I kind of wish that, this was mine, like I said in the beginning of the video. But, the wife chose this one, and she made a hell of a fucking selection, man. It's a great RTA. I was kind of skeptical at first when she chose, she was trying to choose, an RTA to go with her, with her Aegis mod. She could have went with a sub-ohm tank, but, she's getting more into the RDAs and shit like that. Just better flavor. They perform better. They hit better. Just everything about an RTA and an RDA is just better than a sub-ohm tank. So yeah, she wanted a good RTA to go with her Aegis mod. And, she made a hell of a selection, man. Hell of a selection. But yeah, pros with this, pros all across the board with this one here. The build deck on this, I love the fucking half pipe kind of design. I love how it encases your coils, the airflow does. I love how they put the honeycomb right underneath the coils, and then the slits on the side, from the ramps, I guess you could say, or they're not posts because you don't put your legs in it. It's I don't know what you would call it. The the ramps, I guess, on the sides of that, how they put the slits right there. It smooths the airflow out just, tremendously. Now, if you're a fucking cloud chaser, now don't get me wrong, this puts out great fucking clouds, but if you're one of the massive hit, takers, and you're a cloud chaser, you're really not going to be wanting this one. This one is for more of the casual vapor, more of the relaxed kind of vapor. It's a smooth draw. It's a slower hit. You know what I mean? If you're wanting a quick hit like that, you're not going to get it with this. It takes a little bit of ramp up to hit it. And even if you raise the wattage, I'm going to go up to 80 watts right now. You still have to take a longer draw to get a good rip off of it. But yeah, it's a delicious vape. I love, the airflow is just right. In my opinion, it's just right. It's just restricted enough, and it's just airy enough. It's beautiful. I love, on the top, the fill port. I'm not a big fan of slide tops, fill methods. I'm not a big fan of that. They always tend to open in the pocket and all that. But this one, like I said in the up and close, Vandy Vape has listened to the reviewers and the reviews on this, and they have upgraded that big time. I've watched quite a few videos on this, and their tops was super loose, and mine seems to be, or my wife's seems to be tight as a nun. It is, it's fucking perfect. Like, there's no way, I could jiggle that open. Even tapping it like that, there's no getting that open. You actually had to put some fucking force into it to get it open. It almost hurts your finger to open this. It's so tight. Maybe a little bit too tight, but hey, if it's going to be a slide top, you want it to be super tight so it does not open in your pocket. I've had many RTAs, I've had it, wearing a hoodie, you know what I mean? You stick your mod in your fucking hoodie pocket, and next thing you know, it pops open, you got juice all up in your fucking hoodie. Not good, not good. So I do love that it's super fucking tight. I love the look of it. Cons with this, really not too many cons I can say with this, man. It is a great fucking vape, one con I would say, I do not like this raised up part up here where the drip tip goes in. I kind of wish that was flush. But I kind of get why they did it. They wanted it to where, if you put the sleeve drip tip on here, it lowers it a little bit. And if you want it kind of a little bit, higher of a drip tip, so you can get it in your mouth a little bit better. I get why they did that, but I'm just not a fan of it. I do not like the aesthetics of that sticking up there on the top. But, other than that, man, the O-ring, or the tolerance on the airflow is super, super tight. I kind of wish, it was a little bit wider, you know what I mean? So you could get a hold of it. It's kind of difficult to adjust your airflow in here. You almost have to unscrew it from the mod to adjust your airflow. It's real hard. If you got fat fingers, you're going to have a hell of a time adjusting your airflow on here. Because the way that they have designed this bottom part underneath the glass, how it kind of sticks out, it's hard to get a grip on that. That's just kind of a couple little nitpicky cons, I could say. As far as performance-wise, it's an amazing RTA. Performs fucking beautifully. She fucking puts out, man. Great, great, great RTA. Now you can find these RTAs, the Kylin 2 anywhere. I'm almost guaranteeing almost every fucking website that you will go to will have the Kylin 2. It's a very popular RTA and a very affordable RTA, around the $30 mark. $30, $35 mark, depending on what website you go to and depending on what kind of discounts you have. A couple sites I would definitely recommend would be My V Pro, Vapor DNA, eCiggity, Heaven's Gifts, just to name a few. And every one of those will have the Kylin RTA, or yeah, Kylin 2 RTA. So yeah, excuse me, that about wraps it up for me. If you have not tried the Kylin 2 RTA and you are into RTAs, you like an RTA, you definitely want to try this one out. It is it's what I would call a chill RTA. It's a fucking smooth vape. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much to all the subscribers that have subscribed so far. You guys fucking rock on. And if you're new, first time here checking this out, thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked it, hit me up with a thumbs up. If not, it is what it is. I appreciate you stopping by. And if you want more videos, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get a lot more content up. I've been uploading quite a bit lately, and I've got quite a few other things that I need to get reviewed and up on my channel. So yeah, that's all I got for you. It's V-Man Vapor signing out, and get off the stinkies, y'all. Get to vaping, y'all. Hopefully this video helps somebody get off the cancer sticks. So yeah, anyway, y'all, V-Man Vapor signing out. Thanks very much for watching. Y'all keep on vaping.